So I think I may just be in one of the nicest spots to catch the sunset from over here on the Playa de Muro. And I'm right here on the beach, just along the coast here from Can Picafort. But in this video, we're going to walk along the southern end of the Playa de Muro. We're going to head on into Can Picafort. We're going to see what the atmosphere is like this evening before we head on into the direction of Son Baulo. So check out the sunset from over here in Can Picafort this evening. It's absolutely stunning. But this sun isn't going to hang around for very much longer. Let's turn the camera around. Let's head on down in the direction of Can Picafort. So we are losing light here as we're heading on in the direction of Can Picafort. The time is approximately 8:30. And as that sun goes down, we're seeing holidaymakers leaving the beach, although actually many of them are staying, and heading out for a few drinks or maybe a meal. So I'm just turning the camera back around. We can still see that sun edging down into the Tramontana mountains that lie out ahead of me, and what an absolutely gorgeous evening tonight. Now, the one advantage with coming over to Can Picafort at this time of the evening and coming down to the southern end of the Playa de Muro is that, well, the sunbeds are going to be free because service does stop at around 7 p.m. Also, you are going to find a couple of these beachside chiringuitos open. I will drop the name of this one on the screen as well so you can see which one this is. But like I said in the live stream, many of the chiringuitos here on the Playa de Muro do close early evening. They are just open for lunch, but as we can see for summer 2025, we do still see a few that stay open into the evening. But anyway, let's keep heading along. Now, the beach, as we head further towards Can Picafort, is looking pretty busy still. A lot of people are coming down actually with a picnic to have their dinner, and I have to say, if you are over here on holiday, this is one of the nicest things that you can also do. There's nothing quite like having dinner on the beach and just making the most of these really long daylight hours. It's absolutely amazing. Check this out, look, we've got a little light aircraft here powering its way across the water. It's flying very, very low. So, if you remember from my video from over here in Can Picafort over the winter, I did see, it wasn't a paraglider, it was like a motorised paraglider sweeping down over the resort. And I've just seen that plane as well, almost coming into land down by the marina. Now it does look like there's some kind of airstrip over there. It's some kind of airstrip I don't know anything about. So if you know anything about this, why we get light aircrafts over here in Can Picafort, let me know in comments. Anyway, let's keep heading along. So heading along the beach here, we can see quite a few people are still taking up the free sunbeds in the evening offer. These sunbeds don't get stacked up, they don't get chained up in the evenings. They do get laid back out again for the next day ahead. Lifeguard service also stops down here at around 7:30 p.m. So watch out for that. Now, Can Picafort, this whole area can be very, very breezy, but not this summer, or not so far. Anyway, not from what I've seen today. It's been a very, very hot and still day. We have had highs of 30 degrees Celsius. It has been an absolutely gorgeous day, and if you're coming over here for your summer holiday, I'm pretty sure you're going to absolutely love it too. Okay, so final views from the beach. I'm just looking back down the beach here. The sun has all but gone. We should see some very pretty skies later. There's a little bit of clouds left in the sky, but we're going to head on in this direction and head on into Can Picafort. And we're going to continue into Can Picafort. We're going to get a flavour of what the nightlife is like here this evening. So earlier on I did mention that it does get windy over here. Now the wind hasn't picked up, but the waves have. Just looking out into the water, it's suddenly got choppy out of absolutely nowhere. Check this out, look, we've got a little bit of surf coming in here onto the beach this evening. How unusual, but what a treat for those in the water. Probably being able to do a little bit of body surfing tonight. Anyway, I can hear some salsa music playing out right behind me, so let's go and check it out. They would have seen on the live stream this evening's very inventive sand sculpture here with a winter theme. Make sure you give these artists some support as you head on by. Look at that, it's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love it. So I'm standing right outside of the group hotel, Sea Hotel. And this evening we've got some lovely salsa music, got a live band. Salsa music is Cuban, it's not Spanish, but it just sounds lovely here on this really warm evening. I'm absolutely loving this. Now, what a great start to the nightlife over here in Can Picafort tonight, seeing some live salsa music. Anyway, we're coming up towards some very busy restaurants here in Can Picafort. Now this looks like my kind of restaurant. We are in I can't pronounce it, honestly. Is this San Pimo? San Pimo. It's actually a gelato restaurant. Now, we're going to keep heading along here because I can hear more singing. And I'm absolutely sure that this lady was in my Calabona video, from a few Saturdays ago. And she's over here in Can Picafort, in the Aguilla restaurant. Her voice is amazing, actually. You can get an idea of what she sounds like, but she is rather good. Anyway, let's keep on going along. So I've just jumped up onto the wall here just to take a little look down on the waterfront. You can see people pouring into Can Picafort this evening. And the story is the same to my left-hand side, looking very, very busy this evening. So whoever said that tourism was down here in Can Picafort maybe wasn't measuring the amount of visitors that we have over here in, well, right at the end of June, moving into July. Oh look, I can just see to my right hand side here, we've got an Irish pub. Didn't realise that La Rubia was an Irish pub, but we can just see that to our left hand side. Look, just to give you an idea of what's on the menu. Now, Can Picafort does have a lot of tourist food, like you are going to find in many of the holiday resorts over here. Let me know in the comments if you've found any really good tapas restaurants or even better Mallorquin restaurants. Let me know in the comments. Let's keep heading down. Now, I do smell some wonderful smells of paellas coming down along the waterfront here, and I'm just coming by the Nusa Dua Beach Club. We are starting to lose light a little bit here in Can Picafort, but let's keep going. So you've got a gaucho steakhouse, Argentinian steakhouse. You find these restaurants all over the island. But we're just going to look left here because during the evening, the water over here in Can Picafort does have this really lovely glow to it, obviously reflecting from the setting sun on our left-hand side. It's very, very atmospheric. Anyway, let's keep walking along. Let's see if we can find any more entertainment this evening. So I have said in my previous videos that shops do stay open later in the evening, and we're just coming up to Avenida Josep Trias. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that we've got plenty of restaurants and shops. We're going to take a right up here actually and go and check them out. I'm just going to show you what's around the corner. Let's go and have a quick look. And my goodness, it's looking absolutely packed up ahead. We'll go and check out the avenue a little bit further up. I'm just going to show you to my left and my right what we do also have down here. Just taking note of a yoghurt shop, a yoghurt ice cream shop to my left-hand side. But we are in an area which is wonderful to come out to do a little bit of shopping on an evening. And as we head on down, we're seeing a few market stalls, but plenty of shops and other restaurants open too. Now, the one thing I absolutely love about the resorts is being able to come out night shopping, and these markets often stay open till around 10 p.m. A nice little bar here, look. Last time I came up along the side of the Chow Chow, it was closed, but it's busy and bustling this evening. They do homemade pasta. I've noticed actually a lot of Italian food being served in this area, but goodness, it's packed. And I'm just holding the camera up here, right, looking down the Avenida, and it's jam-packed, full of holidaymakers. But just turning right to the Chow Chow here, did you know that they've got a mango clothes shop? We've got shoe shops, other clothes shops, look, right to my right-hand side. And a barking dog. And plenty of other hotels as well, but this really is the main thoroughfare for holidaymakers on an evening. Look, and I've just entered the night market here in the centre of Can Picafort. It's also looking very busy down here. So I have said it before, if there is a restaurant that you do want to eat at one evening, I would really recommend booking. Just looking at how busy the resort is this Sunday evening. And bearing in mind we are approaching peak season now over here in Mallorca. The schools are now on holiday here on the islands. It's even busy in the Indian as well. Check this out, look. Very, very busy. Lots of music, lots of bright music. So this is really just to give you an idea of what it is like down here. And as you can see, look, it continues further up. We've got more restaurants here and more bars and more hotels. But look, I'm going to turn the camera around because I have to head back in the direction of the marina this evening. I'm outside the Monaco pizza restaurant, another pizza restaurant over here in Can Picafort. We're going to head on back down towards the water. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good place to come later on for drinks. Check this out. Lots of music playing out from here, lots of Spanish music actually. A lot of young people I reckon will be in there later on. And I see some prices for drinks to my left-hand side. We've got cocktails for €7 over at the Criollos bar. Good to get some cocktail prices, considering I have seen them a lot more expensive in other areas of the island. But you can find value for money over here in Can Picafort, which is great to see. Okay, so we're going to head off to our right-hand side here. We're going to head off past Mango, where I've just shown you there's this little selection of shops. You can actually hear a fire alarm has just gone off. Oh look, it's stopped now, but just running parallel now to the water, to the seafront, just to give you an idea of what lies behind the sea. You can see across the road we've got Carpe Diem, a shop here which looks like it's selling locally made products. And I'm not wrong, looks very nice in there. And also some clothes too. We've got a shoe shop here to my right hand side. Shoes tend to be fairly inexpensive over here in Spain actually, so if you're coming out looking for summer shoes, I think you're going to be able to easily find them, particularly in this area, look. Got more holiday shops here. And look, handbag shops as well. Got a fantastic shopping centre here in Can Picafort. I mean, this is wonderful. right off the main seafront here, just a block or so back. And for those of you who are wondering where the nightlife is in Can Picafort, I can see it up ahead of me. It's called Charlie Disco. Now this will not get busy any time before midnight, I am guessing, but I'm pretty sure this is where most people head to later on in the evening. If you are here wanting to go clubbing, this may well be the place to come. But as I look further down this street here, look, you can see plenty more shops. But I think we're going to take a left now. Let's head on back to the water side. Also looks like Charlie's also have a bar too. Look, we've got a nice little pub. A little bit empty at the moment as well. I do see inside a pool table as well, which is really good to know. But like I said, these places do not get busy until much later on in the evening. So that looks kind of like the centre of nightlife over here in Can Picafort. Now you can see where I am coming out. On the live stream I mentioned that we had the Remember the Time tribute, the Michael Jackson tribute. It's advertised to play tonight, but he's not playing at the moment, so, which is a little bit of a shame, but they do have some live music over here. But look, you can see just as we come on down to the waterfront. Now the one thing I do love down here is that we have this seating running all the way down the back of the beach. So if there is any live music on, well, you can just take a seat on the wall, as many people have done this evening, and come and listen to it. Anyway, let's keep heading along and let's see if we can hear or see any other music or anything else of interest in regards to nightlife here in Can Picafort this evening. Now I can hear some more music as we're coming up towards the Pirates restaurant here. I think we caught sight of this lady singing on the live stream, but let's go and have a look. Now I am impressed with the amount of Spanish music that we have over here, and we have people up and dancing here in Pirates this evening. Absolutely fantastic. What a great place, not only to eat actually, because they do have an open kitchen I can see in front. This place looks amazing. I really like the look of the Pirates place here. You've got staff here dancing. We've got amazing music and entertainment. Quick look at the drinks. Let's have a quick look. Beers, €3.50. Sangria, €6. Okay, let's leave the Pirates behind. Let's keep heading along the waterfront. We've got a complete change of vibe here. We've got some chill out music playing at this cocktail bar here. It's called Chorizo. Got some very nice chilled out house music playing. And it's time to jump on the wall here and just get a view down the walkway from here. We still see streams and streams of people coming out this evening. Come up by the Jamaica restaurant. Still got Bob Marley playing out. If you like a little bit of reggae with your dinner and your cocktails, that's where you're going to find it. And I've just come up past my favourite yoghurt shop. Now unfortunately there's a bit of a queue here because I would have loved to have stopped here this evening. Do recommend it, I have to say, but I'm sure I'll be back very soon. Okay, let's keep heading up. We're just coming now towards the very centre of Can Picafort as we head towards the port. Oh look, check this out, look. Got a few prices here for drinks. Mojito, €6. Beer, €2 for a small glass, look. Idea of the cocktails you can get from over here. And half a litre of beer for €4.75, sangria for €7. Anyway, let's keep on heading along. It is getting much darker now. Night is falling over here in Can Picafort. Okay, so we are just coming up towards the JS Can Picafort Hotel, and they have some entertainment here too. Got a chap at the piano here, singing solo, singing some very popular, very emotional tunes. Once again, very atmospheric. I think he's doing a bit of Frank Sinatra. We've got a Frank Sinatra tribute here. Nice to hear something different from here. And as we continue along here, look, you can see where I am, coming up past the Can Picafort sign. Lots of people getting their photos taken. And look, we're coming up to the fun fair and the other little night market here in Can Picafort. And how lovely, how absolutely lovely this is. So we saw this just setting up on my live stream this evening, look. Oh, the smell of those almonds, those sugared almonds, absolutely delicious. Let's have a quick look at the end of the beach too. Look, we've got an artist down here as well. Look, you've got all the bouncy castles and the trampolines too. I mean, how absolutely lovely, how lovely for everybody over here on holiday and for residents too. Okay, so I hope this video has given you a really good idea of what Can Picafort is like in the evening, not just from being able to see the sunset, but also where the busy areas of the resort are. And my goodness, it really did feel very busy this evening. Okay, so if you are coming over to Can Picafort this summer, drop a comment below. If you've already been over, let me know what your experience was like. I can't wait to read those comments. But in the meantime, I will drop a video appearing both here and here to help you out with your holiday. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and don't forget you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.